anybody pops on. Probably should have got something to drink before I sat down because my mouth is dry. We're here on the front porch of the farm, so hopefully y'all can see me. Hopefully it's not too blurry. Maybe I'll get over here. There's a little bit of sun. You can see me a little bit better. But it is a very nice, beautiful day out today, and we've got a church event going on this evening, and so I wanted to hop on here and talk to you all. I haven't talked to you all for a while. I haven't uploaded. Seems like it's been forever. I used to upload almost every single day, and now I've got to where I'm uploading about once a week, I guess. At least long form videos. But we'll see if anybody pops on and wants to have a chit chat. I'm super excited about this beautiful day. It's nice outside, but we're gonna hop down into the 30, I think 34 is our low tonight, and around there tomorrow night. So we're still not ready for planting in the garden yet, unfortunately. We've got our taters in, of course, and we've got our cold crops like our garlic and onion and what else? And the taters. But that's it. We still can't put out anything else due to it just being so daggone cold. It's just, it seems like it never wants to warm up. I feel like this time last year, the garden could have been planted, but I might be wrong there too. But I'm ready to get in the garden. Y'all know that's my favorite, being in the garden. I love it. Hopefully y'all can see me. The connection out here is usually pretty spotty. It's usually in and out, but it's because it's the boonies. And, you know, it's the boonies out here. But I just want to get on and see if anybody wanted to chit chat. It looks like there's one person here. So if you want to talk a little bit, then leave a comment, tell us who you are. Them wind chimes are blowing. It's a beautiful day. Let's see if I can flip the camera and show you all. Look how green. And the trees are starting to leave out. It's just beautiful. There's Lakey out there walking up. Here you can get a live view what the farm looks like. It makes you want to get out in the garden. It makes you want to do something, but I just find myself like sitting and twiddling my thumbs, not having anything to do because can't plant nothing. Oh, I know what I planted. Pumpkins. I got my pumpkins out. That's it. That's all we got out. You know, besides the other things that I named. But I want to get out in the garden and plant my tomatoes and my peppers and just get out there and start digging holes. What?
Hiya. It's hot. I feel like it's hot because I'm hot-natured, and
it's not hot.
But I'm hot.
It's probably like 56 degrees out. And here she is, like it's summer, and then bare arms.
Yeah. Yeah, I get hot easy. Don't I?
Yep.
So people be like shivering, that's coat on, and I might have a quarter sleeve shirt on.
Yeah. This girl helped her papa yesterday with the tractor pull up some old dead bushes. It's so funny to see her up there on the tractor, like, because she don't miss a beat, and she's just so confident. And when you see her drive it, when you see her on it, like you would, if you didn't know better, you would think that she has been on the tractor and has been driving a tractor since, you know, like forever. Like in her infancy, she was on the tractor driving. It's almost how just the amount of confidence she has is what makes you think that you know that she can do it like that. But she is amazing on that little tractor, and be careful. And she puts along and drives it, and I guess now pulls bushes out, don't you? What's your favorite thing about driving the tractor?
Well, actually, just getting the hang of it and knowing I can drive and getting stuff done.
Yeah. You like it?
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite to drive, the four-wheeler or the tractor?
That's a hard one. Probably maybe the four-wheeler because you can really get out and really go far than you can on a tractor.
Yeah.
So maybe a four-wheeler.
The four-wheeler.
Now it's 50-50.
It's 50-50?
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, it is, Chuck. I love it. Here's the thing, is I don't know how it is everywhere else, but in the South, you need a porch. And if you don't have a porch, your house looks funny, and two, you're like wondering where those people sit in the evening. Because we sit outside. We sit outside, but yeah, we've got 4 up here now, and yeah, we sit out here, and especially in the summer, we're out here almost every night in the summer sitting, and a lot of times we're out here singing and playing music and cooking and eating, and we got the grill up here. It's very nice. That looks old school. You're out there drinking tea and watching the world go by. I live in England. Yes. Yes. I guess we're very old-fashioned people anyways, and so yeah, we sit out here and drink our sweet tea and our coffee, and we sit on our little rocking chairs and rock away, and I love it. I love everything about it. We're that's one thing about us, is we like the old way of doing things, the old-fashioned way of doing things, and I don't know. This is like, I don't know how to explain. This is more. It's more fun doing this. Yeah, we've lived in Appalachia. My husband has lived here. He was born and raised here. I was born here, and I've lived here most of my life. I spent a year or two where I lived in another state other than Kentucky, but yeah, I've lived here most of my life. My dad is from another state within the United States, and we lived in another state for just a short period of time, but we come back to Kentucky pretty quick. But yeah, we were born and raised here, for the most part. My husband has never lived anywhere else, but we lived somewhere for a short period of time. I'm from Yorkshire, England. Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. I've heard of Yorkshire. I don't know much about it. Just if I'm being completely honest with you, the world of the world of the United States, but just the United States in general, even more specifically my home. I'm so comfortable here. I love to learn about other places, but I'm just so comfortable here that it really, I really don't have as much information on other places across the world. Or I'll tell you what, I've been which is not quite New Orleans, but I want to go to Mississippi. It's on my bucket list to go to Mississippi. And actually, over the winter, we were talking about maybe going down to New Orleans, just to learn and visit. But I really want to go to Mississippi, and then outside of the United States, I really want to go to Ireland. I've been told my entire life, especially, no, not necessarily Biloxi, but like when I go somewhere, I want to go to like their rural areas, like the country. I don't really want to go to like to big towns or big cities. I want to go to like the unheard of places, the backwoods places, because that's where I'm most comfortable. I'm not a city girl, and I don't really. I don't really like being anywhere outside of outside of the country. I don't know. I'm just not a city girl. Our largest city is probably, it's very small compared to other people's cities, but I'm so uncomfortable when I go. And usually when we go, it's about an hour away from us, and usually when we go, hey Eric, it's about an hour from us, and we get into the city, and then we try to get out of there as quick as possible. I'm from Kentucky, and she said, you sound like you're from Kentucky. I'm definitely from Kentucky, yeah. I'm from Kentucky.
Yeah, wait.
I've always wanted to go to New Zealand, but I agree, wherever everyone is going, I'm going the other direction. Yeah. That's how I am. That's how we are. Like I don't know, like the big main attractions of like the big city, it doesn't impress me. What I want to see is like your swamps and your rivers and your lakes and your mountains and your farms and the history. I want to see history. I don't want to see the new and all the new things that places have to offer. I want to see the foundation, the history of a place. That's what I was talking about in Ireland. I've been told my entire life, hey girlfriend, I've been told my entire life that, almost everybody around here has some type of Irish blood in them, and they've always told us an entire life the reason why people moved from Ireland to Kentucky, or they ended up settling in Kentucky, is because it's so much like Ireland. And so in my mind, I want to go see if it really is. That's my bucket list. Out of all the places that I want to go see, outside of the United States, Ireland is number one on my bucket list. I really, really, really want to go. And hopefully, when I get older, maybe when we get a little bit older and this one gets out of the house, then we can go to Ireland and spend a week or two. But that's on my bucket list. My husband, though, on the other hand, when I say we, I pretty much mean me, because my husband is not going to, my husband is probably not going to go anywhere. He probably won't leave this place. Outside of traveling the United States, he's not going to, and he probably won't travel outside of the United States very much. I'm going to take this down. It's so loud. Oh, the wind chimes. They sound beautiful, but they're really, really loud and distracting, and I can't hear myself talk. Let me see. Kentucky is beautiful though, but Ireland is a lot of history and castles and things. That's another thing is we supposedly on my mother's side, we have our family through, I don't know, someone in our family, through our family, owns a castle. It's not like a full castle. I don't even think it's fully standing, but they own it. And so ever since I heard that when I was, I don't know, maybe I was like 10 or 12 years old, I decided then and there I wanted to go see that castle. Especially since it holds, it holds history. It holds my history. And if you're new here and you haven't been on our lives before, a lot of our lives we end up talking about my heritage and my history because it's so important to me. I know I love it. I love knowing where I've come from. I love to understand and know the history and the stories of my bloodline, of my heritage, of the things that my people did, of the heritage of where I live, and just the culture in which I live. I love it. I I know that everything has a background. Everybody has a background. There's so many deeper stories to who we are than what we are right now. There's so many things that lie behind the way we eat, the way we dress, the way we live, the places we live, the way we grow food, the way we prepare food. That's all history. That's all. And, we're living it right now. It's living history right now. But there's a reason that we do the things that we do. There's a reason that we're from the places that we're from. And the thing about the United States is everybody who live in the United States, besides the indigenous Native American people, besides them, which I do have that in my bloodline, on my father's side. But besides them, we all traveled here. We're all from across the water. We're all, not from here really. Most of us. And so there's a history behind that, and I love to know the history behind it. I love to know where we came from. I love to know who our people were. I love to know the stories of our people and the places that they came from. It's your ancestry. It might be a room, but it's probably pretty beautiful. Castles are a lot of upkeep nowadays. Yeah, it's probably a blessing you don't have one. Yeah, it's probably better that it's in somebody else's hands besides mine. I know a lot of the old homes, a lot of the old southern homes around here are a lot of upkeep, and it takes very special people to keep those old homes up. And it takes very deep pockets to keep those old homes up. My grandparents were coal miners. Yeah. As far as I know, I don't have any coal miner family members in my past history. I know that my grandfather he worked on the railroad, but majority of my ancestry were farmers, which is funny because that's what I am now. Although I wasn't raised on a farm, and although my father and mother were not farmers. Well, my dad probably was in his youth because his dad was. That's what I've ended up being. For the most part, that's what I'm drawn to. That is what I'm drawn to. I've been drawn to farming and raising my own food and planting and flowers and gardens and all just everything that has to do with gardening, the animals, the husbandry of gardening and things like that. That's who I am from like the inside out. That's what I think about, and that's what I love. Yes, we do. We farm livestock. We're a homestead, and so we grow a lot of our food, a lot of the things that we can consume. We raise chickens, meat rabbits, and in the past we have raised cattle and goats. And we'll later on probably add some more to that. We've raised horses. Let's see. We've raised horses, cattle, goats, chickens, rabbits. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I'm not. I don't think I am. In the future, hopefully we will have maybe a dairy cow or some dairy goats. We raised meat goats. And hopefully maybe some pork. We would like to raise some hogs later on. So I forgot we had ducks. We've had ducks too. They're messy. That's one thing about it that I don't think that if we ever got ducks again, I would like to have a big, large pond for them to be on, and me just to not have to do with anything with them. We got 24 chickens and 7 ducks. We have egg layer chickens. And I have around 20 of those. I think 19 at the moment. And then we also raise what I call a heritage breed or an exotic breed of chickens. And we have around around 100 to 200 of them. So quite a few chickens. But I'm trying to think. I felt like I was forgetting something. Maybe it was the ducks. That's what I was forgetting. Lakin, are you getting ready?
Yeah, just now.
Okay. Honestly, I prefer ducks to chickens. Their temperament. I mean, chickens seem kind of dumb to me. You know, I don't know. I love chickens. And I feel like if everything else was to go, I feel like if all the animals were to go, chickens is what we would have left. If we were to sell out of everything, it would be the chickens that was left. I've learned today that I'm not a carpenter. Tried to install a screen door and lost my mind. Bless your heart. I tell you what, Eric, if it makes you feel any better, screen doors are hard for everybody. My husband is a carpenter, and a very skilled one at that. And when he goes to do a job and somebody's asking to get a screen door in, he hates it. So, especially if it's an older house, because guess what? It's not going to be square, and you're going to have to fight that the entire time. So, if it makes you feel any better, carpenters struggle with it too. Okay. My husband's been a carpenter his entire life, maybe not infancy, but pretty close to it. And he hates it. Hates putting in doors, hates putting in screen doors, hates putting in doors. Let me see. I mean, I love chickens, but I prefer them on the plate. Yeah, they taste pretty good on a plate. Wish you lived closer. I'd hire him. LOL. Yeah, it's not square at all. Yeah, square. Yeah. That makes it a lot more difficult when it's not square. But from one carpenter's wife, carpenter's wife. I'm not experienced, but he is. I've heard him come in many a time talking about putting screen doors in and hating it with a passion. We don't really have a screen door where I'm from. I think I don't know if is that more of a U.S. thing to have a screen door? Oh, little old lady who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she knew not what to do. Is that how it goes? The little old lady who lived in a shoe, she had so many children, she knew not what to do. Oh, I can't remember it. Ark. It's a vintage little old lady who lived in a shoe cookie jar. I don't know what it dates back to. It's fairly old. I'm going to say 30, 40 years old. Probably over 30. It's in and out. I don't care anymore. The door, the next owner can worry about it. Yeah, if it gets you just so upset, I wouldn't even, I'd just say, y'all, I tried for you, but it didn't work out. God bless you. May he walk with you and help you. I think honestly it is a U.S. thing, the screen door, but maybe they have them in other places too. I'm gonna assume it's a screen door or it's a U.S. thing. And I don't know, like the reason why what we use screen doors mostly for is because I don't know how it is over there, but in the summertime and stuff, a lot of especially older homes didn't have any air conditioning. And so you open up the windows and you open up the screen door and you let the air through. And a lot of times we put old box fans in the windows, and let that air blow through, and it was nice. And you could get some breeze. And you're talking about the old-fashioned porch. Here's the porch. There it is. That's why we have porches too, because it's hot. And so you sit out on the porch in the cool, and you would put the porch. A lot of the older houses had a wraparound porch, so in the morning you'd sit in the back, and in the evening you'd sit in the front. And that's how you would stay cool. Let me see. Listing the house May 1st, so hopefully it'll go quick. Yeah, I hope so, Eric. I'll try to keep y'all in my thoughts and prayers. I hope that it works well for you all. I know you're really, really looking forward to moving, and I want it to work out for you all. We had a screen porch in the 80s so folks could dry apples and peaches without flies. Yep, that's another thing. Basically, no one has air conditioning in the UK. A lot of them slept out on the porch in the summer. Yeah, they did. Screened-in porches. Been stressing over maintaining garden stuff. Tried to save seedlings to some. Daisy Q, I have about, I'm fit to be tied on our seeds. You know how in years past we've started seeds, but we didn't start anything like we did this year. Usually, we buy seeds from the local greenhouse. Buy seeds from the local greenhouse. Well, listen, I can't remember, was it 370? I don't know how many we planted. It was way over 100, and I'm gonna say we've probably got 30, at the very most 30 seedlings that have made it. Hardly any. No okra has made it. Most of the squash have not made it. Quite a few of the pumpkins did not make it. The peppers are barely hanging on. I'm trying to think. Majority of the flowers we started to not make. Yeah, we're going for the greenhouse too. If I can, our local greenhouse sells tomato plants and pepper plants for like 50 cents to 75 cents. And you know what? If I've got to go through all of this trouble every single year, I will just pay the 50 and 75 cents and put the money in a local family's pocket. It's not like I'm giving it to a big corporation and just roll on, because I'm not going to stress over it anymore. And I'm not going to do it. It was so much work, so much time, so much effort put in. And you soak your okra seeds in bleach for about 5 minutes before planting mine up. I think the last couple years we have just started them in ground, and I'm going to do that. We're not going to start them from seed, no longer inside. I'm not doing that. That was, oh gosh, just the amount of aggravation. And that's a lot of loss of seeds too, over 300 seeds. And I spent hours sorting them out and getting them hours, not just, like an hour. I'm thinking 3.5 to 4 hours planting all those and getting them situated and getting them labeled and getting them, and then that's not counting sitting them out every day and that it was warm and sitting them out in the sun and letting them get the breeze. And yeah, I'm not doing that no more. Peppers are hard to grow in my opinion. Well, they're the only things that made it, Chuck. Out of all the things that we planted, which was flowers and okra and squash and pumpkins and tomatoes and I don't know, they were the only thing that made it. So yeah, good for them. And I don't mean that sarcastically. I'm super thankful for you all that have been able to be successful this year. But I honestly, Daisy, I've not heard many success stories this year. I've not heard of many people being very successful. I've never heard of soaking them in bleach, though. What is the reasoning behind that? Can you kind of I've heard of like soaking them in water, but not bleach. That's probably what we'll do, Ark, is sow them in the ground. That's how we've done it in the past and not had any issues. I had a lot of Cherokee purple seedlings come up. Listen, and that's another thing. Out of all the tomatoes we planted, listen, I planted San Marzino, aroma type of tomato, Brandywine tomatoes, Kellogg's Breakfast, softens the hull. Kellogg's Breakfast, Tommy Toe tomatoes. And the only things that held on were the Cherokee purples, and I don't even like Cherokee purples really. They're so hard to grow out here. They do hardly anything. They don't produce very well. Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
They don't produce very well, and they're just... I hope so. You pray for us, Daisy Q. I'll be praying for y'all's garden as well. It's just going to be whatever the Lord decides to do, whether we have a good garden or not. You know, last year we were in a drought like most people were, and I feel like we did decent for the drought. And so I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to ask the Lord to touch it, and hopefully we can preserve enough food and eat enough food to keep us alive. I got to head out. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye, Eric, and thank you for popping in. Guys, I'm going to have to head out as well. I wanted to hop on and talk to y'all for a while, but like I said, we've got a church event this evening, and I got to get ready for it. Everybody's waiting on me to get ready, so I appreciate y'all popping in and hanging out, and hopefully we can maybe do this again next couple days. I do want to ask you all, though, for those of you all that pray, my mama, my Nana was diagnosed with cancer yesterday, and she has colon cancer. She's in her 80s, and she's gonna have surgery tomorrow. And so y'all remember her through that surgery, and y'all remember her. I hope everything works out, but I know that it's in the Lord's hands. And so y'all just pray for her. Pray the Lord saves her soul, and pray to the Lord that He'll help her through this diagnosis, and hopefully they can get the cancer removed from her colon, Lord's will, tomorrow. And so I appreciate y'all's prayers. I appreciate your all's thoughts. Thank you so much, and I really, honestly, I appreciate your all's prayer. I appreciate y'all popping in. Sorry, Joe, you're late and I'm heading out. But I love y'all with the love of the Lord. I hope y'all will pop in on the next one. You gonna say bye?
Bye.
See y'all later. God bless y'all. Bye-bye.
Bless. Bye. Love y'all.